is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. Guys, we are doing this stream here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Well, I don't even know if it really is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I mean, Cody, what's the weather like over there, huh?
I actually haven't looked out in a little bit. Pretty cloudy though.
Yeah, I think it's about the same here too. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not. It's still. I guess it is February now, so that's good. But yeah, cloudy. Been cloudy pretty much all day.
I feel that. Well, first of all, guys, this stream is powered by BetUS. If you guys are looking for a sports book this off season, look no further than BetUS. Shout out to them. Please be sure to like the stream, guys, and be sure to comment in the comment section. And also, guys, we have now got monetization back. So if you guys want to send super chats, those are now available. We appreciate you guys that have mentioned those. And also for anyone that was wondering about their memberships or how to get a membership, those are also available now on our channel as well. So if you want to become a member or if you just want to send super chats, we will read all of those as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. As Smokey Dabs says as well, make sure to turn on that notification bell button as well. Yeah. Can we get BTJ breadstick shirts now? Cody, can we work on those?
I'm sure we could figure something out. I don't know, Derek, does your fiance still have that presser thing?
No, not anymore, but we can always work on something with that though. She can still design something up and we can do specialty orders.
Yeah, specialty orders. There you go. Specialty breadstick order. All right. Well, Derek, we are actually a little over 100 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Can't believe
106.
106 exactly. So if you guys haven't already, let us help us out. Would you help us out? That'd be great. One thing I'll say, Derek, for some people who are subscribing or consider even becoming members, one perk that you will receive is that, we typically will, whenever I get the video edited and uploaded, we typically will drop that for our members right away. So our members will have access, and people, you can attest to that, you members in here, you'll get access to that content early, right? So typically, for example, if I'm working on something, like I'll be working on something probably tonight, some videos coming up, one for tomorrow, and then a couple the next couple days. Whenever I do drop that, I'll probably drop that later tonight, even though it technically doesn't come out till tomorrow at noon, for example. You'll get access to that as soon as I drop it. So that is kind of an incentive for people who want to become members. If you want to become that and consider that, you'll get some early access to some of our content there, subscriber only or member only, type of stuff. So yeah, if you're wanting to consider that, definitely would love for you to think about that. And also we might do some, member streams at some point just specifically for our members. So just to say thank you and all that stuff. So yeah, just a little bit of a plug there, but I can't believe, Derek, we're already almost to this point where we are almost to 20,000. That's been a dream for a while now. I mean, crazy that we're even considering this, considering where we were, not quite 5 years ago. I mean, we're closing in on 5 years ago when we finally hit our 1,000 subscriber mark. And then all the stuff with, the virus that shall not be named happened, and it's all been history from there. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's definitely been a wild ride, and we'll continue to bring you guys along. Let the tank for Marshall Manning chance begin. Dude, Arch Manning, that one has been just nonstop forever.
Now you got another one.
And everyone talking about the Luka trade. So
crazy.
Cody, we've heard about it. You and I have both talked about it off stream. What's the NFL equivalent of what that was?
Man, I'm trying
because somebody. Oh, hold on. I saw a tweet earlier. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I think I got one.
Well, just if you're curious, Derek, the Mavericks. Oh my gosh. Have you seen this halftime score?
What are you talking about? The
Mavericks versus Cavs?
Oh yeah, it's like it was 90-46 or something.
91-46 at halftime. That was about an hour ago.
So Jordan Schultz posted this. He said the Luka Doncic Anthony Davis trade is nearly impossible to translate to NFL teams, but one GM I spoke to took a fun stab at it, said imagine the Bengals shopping off a Jamar Chase to the Buccaneers for Mike Evans and a second round pick. So
Okay.
I thought it was an okay comparison on the upside, but the difference is that's trading one position for another. Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis are two completely separate players.
Yeah.
They're two completely separate players. They do completely separate things. I said it was more like trading Jamar Chase for Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs, and also the second round pick thing. A second round pick in the NBA is not the equivalent of a second round pick in the NFL. It's more like a late third, early fourth sort of deal. So it's like a Chris Jones and a fourth rounder. So it's even worse when you think about it.
Oh yeah. It's insane, man. I cannot believe that they would do that. I mean, I know this is an NFL talk, but gosh, I guess what? It's just been
this
weird.
Transcends NFL, bro. Like this is a legendary movement here.
It's weird. It's weird to sit here as somebody who watches and covers the Pacers. By the way, go check out our Pacers channel. But covers the Pacers. You know, we've been through all the stuff with the Colts, and you just kind of sit back and watch another organization completely just embarrass themselves. It's kind of nice, actually, because we've been so frustrated with the Colts for so long. You're just kind of sitting here like, it's kind of nice to not be the one that's feeling the pain for once. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, dude. People are feeling it, man.
Did you see the Mavericks fans who were like, they were protesting today? It was crazy. I've never seen that.
I saw a group of guys take a coffin down in the streets of downtown Dallas and walking it towards the stadium with all their Luka Doncic jerseys just being waved in the air like in soccer or something.
Here's the craziest thing, Derek. Nobody was made known of this. Jason Kidd wasn't told. Luka Doncic wasn't told. Like
nobody was told. Nobody was told. This was a strictly executive talk in the background.
Crazy.
That's wild.
That is insane to do that. Like, I can't even imagine that, man. Like, that is wild to do. So, I mean, if you're talking about dysfunction, this is dysfunction at its finest right here, man. I mean, just imagine if you're a Dallas fan right now. I mean, my gosh, the Cowboys are what they are with Jerry Jones. And now you have this happening with the Mavericks. Oh, man. It's got to be hard to be a Dallas sports fan right now, man.
Yeah, it's a weird morning, and especially since like I didn't hear about it until in the morning because obviously I fell asleep at 11:30 last night. And
okay, I want to pull it up here, Derek. This is what I was talking about. Sorry to interrupt you. So it said there's
Shams was the one to report it too.
Okay.
There's a Luka protest outside American Airlines Center. That's hilarious.
If you zoom in a little bit, worst trade in NBA history, fire Nico. Nico is corrupt. I can't read some of these, but yeah.
That's funny. And it's wild because it's just a group of 15 people who, got nothing better to do with their lives.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about how the Colts have dysfunction, but dude, it's not even close. Like, can you imagine that? Like, honestly, like I can't even, like, we've experienced a lot of pain being Colts fans the last half decade, but dude, trading away.
For 15 minutes, people thought Shams was hacked. Yeah. It was it was a Locked On podcast. I couldn't remember who it was, but I think it was an NBA team's Locked On. and the guy was looking at his phone and he got the notification and he's like, dude, go look at your notifications. Shams is just reporting that Luka Doncic just got traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and a second rounder. And he's like, wow, they really got Shams, didn't they? Like that was his viewpoint for 5 minutes. He was saying that's totally a hack. There's no way. There's no way.
Does it kind of rival to you like the whole, sorry to bring it back, but the whole Andrew Luck thing where people are like, somebody's hacked. There's no way that's a reality.
Yeah, it's just it's so wild to me.
Man, that's why I love sports. It's insane. There's just insane things that happen. And it makes no sense, but hey, that's why we love sports so much. When you're a fan of it, you don't love it as much, but man.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of put that into words, what that would look like in NFL terms. You know, it's like trading. It would be like trading one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL for, like a stud wide receiver, but it's not like that stud wide receiver is a top 10 or 15 wide receiver,
People would say generational. Like, it's not like
that.
That.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. But anyway, Derek, we haven't even talked about the Colts yet. So let's talk about the Colts' latest hire, Chris Hewitt. They just signed him yesterday. And Derek, I think a lot of people were shocked the Colts were able to land Chris Hewitt because of his, extensive resume and what he's done the past 12 plus years in Baltimore. And they bring in, I think, one of the most well-respected defensive minds in football, a guy who was having legitimate defensive coordinator interviews last offseason. And now the Colts bring him in. And I tell you what, man, they have formulated this staff of some very highly regarded guys on their defensive staff. From, as much as people like to dunk on the Lou Anarumo thing, I mean, he is highly regarded. Say what you want about him and his defenses, but he is well respected in NFL circles. And you bring in James Betcher as well. He is pretty well respected from what I've heard. And now you bring in, Chris Hewitt as well. So now you finally rounded out your coaching staff. And, we talked about this on we have a Reacts video coming out. So be sure to go check that out, guys, on our Reacts channel. But we have something coming out about Chris Hewitt and all that kind of stuff. Actually, it's going to be on this channel. My apologies. So that'll be coming out probably tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, there is a major focus on the defensive backs. You'll notice that, right? You have you have a guy that has background in Lou Anarumo with defensive backs, and now you have one of the more respected minds when it comes to DB coaches. So there has been a big emphasis in improving that secondary this year, just with the moves you've made in the coaching staff alone.
Yeah, it's going to be so strange to see what this Colts defense is going to look like. I think it's strange because the last, decade, Cody, that we've seen these Colts defenses, it's all been zone, cover 2, Tampa 2, just react defense, right? It's more reaction versus reacting. So we need to actually see what these guys are going to do. And Lou is going to have a different game plan each time, right? So it's going to be so strange to look at a defense and not really know what kind of defense we're expecting, right? It's going to be a whole new look and it's probably going to be a few different players in there. It'll be interesting to see how they approach all of it. I think the one thing that's great, really great is, and we talked about this in a video that we're going to upload, but, that all these coaches are guys that they're like hard coaches. They're guys that actually get on their players for messing shit up. So I think that's what's important, is knowing that we have, defenses we've had defenses where I don't know what coaching they're actually getting, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Accountability. I mean, that's a word that the Colts throw out a lot, but from what these coaches have said, again, Derek, I've kind of grown weary of the Colts talking and never actually having to happen. But initial reaction from what the coaches have said, these new coaches, there seems to be like there will be a lot less coddling on the defensive side of the ball and a lot more of truly coaching. It's like, hey, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to coach you, and I'm here to make you the best you can be. And that's, I think, what every coach needs to be. You can't be their friends. You can't be their friends. You have to be on them, man. There has to be times where they don't like you. Like, that's okay to have that when you're getting on them. And frankly, I think that's what this defense needs, because how many guys, Derek, either weren't, I mean, we've heard the rumors and heard the rumblings about guys, not giving all of their effort or not showing up on time, all that stuff. And again, it could be on the offense as well. It probably is to some degree, but on the defensive side of the ball, it's very evident, Derek, that the product was not good. The product was not good at all. You got worse in pretty much every category. Your tackling was atrocious. Your effort definitely lacked at times. You saw guys jogging out there. So you need guys that aren't going to be afraid to call you out. And if you don't like it, you can sit your butt on the bench, and they're not going to be upset about that. I don't care if you're, a guy that's one of the highest paid players in the league, or if you're a rookie coming in, it doesn't matter. You got to earn your way. And that's what the Colts need, because there's been a lot of handouts they've given to guys and a lot of coddling they've given to guys where it's clear they should have been benched, but because of the investment and their pride, the pride of the coaching staff, the pride of the front office and everybody involved, they have not done what they needed to do and hold guys accountable. And that's what this defense needs. They need less of cheerleaders and they need more of coaches. And that's what, on the surface, that's what it seems like the Colts are getting from what every one of these guys either has said or what we've heard about them from, other people and when they've been at previous spots.
Yeah. And, it's crazy too, because Kenny Moore obviously was very excited when he found out that Lou was going to be the next DC. And I think we all kind of understand why, because Lou runs the kind of defense where Kenny gets to kind of do more of, what Kenny Moore likes to do, which is those nickel blitzes, right? Oh, he used to do that so much, especially when Eberflus was the DC. They used to have a lot of packages for that, and it worked in a lot of different ways. And so that would be really awesome to see, that be a case, and even see guys like Jalen Jones and maybe even Juju Brents, if he's available and healthy and whatnot, will actually, be able to do that. So, it'll be fun to watch, like, these guys fly all over the field and, try to do different things.
Yeah, and just like you said, disguising things, not letting the offense know immediately, okay, this is what they're doing. What you've done for the past, 3 years under Gus Bradley, where you don't adjust according to your opponent. You kind of just play it straight. And, Derek, that might work at the middle school, high school, and even the college level at some points. But at the NFL level, you're going to get torched every time. I mean, that's just a reality of it. And I'm also interested as well when talking about, just getting an evaluation on some guys. I want to get a true evaluation of this D-line. We don't have a true evaluation when it comes to purely like a, pass rush standpoint, right? Because this defense was so easy for opposing offenses to go up, know exactly where they're going. 1, 2, 3, right to your guy. He's got 5-10 yard cushion. It was so easy all year. And so you didn't get a true evaluation on this defensive line at all, Derek. And so when actually running a legitimate defense where you're disguising things, where you're sending guys, where you're doing all these things, so it makes life a little bit harder on opposing offenses, I'm just excited to see how that's going to benefit this defensive line. Because, yeah, a lot of people like to look at the numbers and say the defensive line, really sucked last year. But I'm like, hey, let's actually give them a legitimate system. Because how highly regarded was Charlie Partridge, Derek, when the Colts signed him an offseason ago? Like, we were all ecstatic and over the moon for him. So I'm like, hey, look, the defensive line, I'm not saying it was great, but I want to get a true evaluation of, that group, the people in there, and also of the coach, Charlie Partridge, as well. So I'm excited for that. Just actually having a legitimate system in here. I think that's going to bring the best out of everybody and give you more of a true evaluation on your defense, talent-wise and lack thereof in certain ways.
Yeah, 100%. this guy's saying this defense needs a Malachi Starks.
Agreed.
Hey,
They need a free-ranging safety of some sort, whoever that is. If it's Malachi Starks, if it's a guy like Javon Holland, who I know right now the money cap situation doesn't look great, but Derek, there's always ways you can open up more cap space. And I think there's going to be some guys that you might ship out for different reasons, and you can create some of that. You can restructure some things. So I agree, though, 100% with what he is saying. You need a free-ranging safety that can do what a Jesse Bates did under Lou Anarumo for a number of years. You need a guy like that. I'm not going to say you're going to go find a Jesse Bates necessarily, but you need a type of safety like that, that can help you out in the system that Lou runs. Because when he had his best defenses, he had, a really, really fantastic safety.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially for the type of defense that the Colts are going to now start running. It also brings up a great question, Cody. Ballard has always tried to build within the trenches, right?
Always.
But the problem is now you have a DC and a secondary coach that put an emphasis on doing things completely different on the defense. It is no longer about building in the trenches. It is about having a extremely solid secondary to be able to match any kind of input or any kind of production that the defensive line is going to provide you. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Indianapolis Colts, hell, even if they tried to trade up to ensure that they get Malachi Starks. I mean, that might be the move you have to make. Or you can go with some of the other elite corners that are out there in the first round. Or the problem is like you tell that to a lot of Colts fans and they're going to say, no, Tyler Warren. Like, we want Tyler Warren. And that's the only person that will allow Chris Ballard to get away with. And it's like, I get it, but like, you can get there are other tight ends, and there's a couple really good ones that I would, again, put very close to Tyler Warren. But you have to get defensive players, man. I mean, and if Malachi Starks is available, you might have to bite that bullet.
Well, I mean, I love Tyler Warren, and if he's sitting there, if Malachi Starks is gone, absolutely, I would take him 100%. I think that would be a massive upgrade for your tight end position, but yeah, you still don't have that guy at free safety, right? And Malachi Starks is one of those dudes that he's different, man, and you need that type of safety. So I would be inclined to consider, if they're both sitting there, Malachi Starks is a really good player. It'd be tough for me to pass on him, man. I'm just going to say that. But emphasis definitely seems to be very much seems to be a big emphasis for this team. And it should be. I mean, it should be, Derek. Look, it seems like the Colts, especially last offseason, they did not invest a single notable thing into this secondary. They didn't. You re-signed Julian Blackmon, and that was it. You found Samuel Womack off of waivers. That was all you really did at corner. You really relied internally, and it kind of blew up in your face in certain ways. And even so, it could have been a lot worse if you didn't find Samuel Womack. I mean, can you imagine that, Derek? I don't even know who you would run out there with. Like, there was no depth, and you're fortunate that Jalen Jones and Womack, for the most part, stayed healthy. It was bad. And it still wasn't great by any stretch. But yeah, you got to really add some quality depth in there. No question about that. And the emphasis has to be, and it definitely seems like it is, on the secondary, and much needed. You need to really invest a lot. You need to make up for the mistakes of last offseason by really investing a lot in this group. And I think that's the beauty of having a guy like Chris Hewitt, is you have a couple young pieces in Jalen Jones and Nick Cross that you like, and I think played fairly well considering everything last year. And you have those young guys, and you have an opportunity now to add some quality guys in there. So you have a nice combination of some youth and some veteran leadership, which I think is very essential for this group. And if they're going to be successful, they got to add some more of that veteran guy, some more of the veteran guys in there to help out.
Yep. I mean, it'll be interesting again what the Indianapolis Colts decide to do in the draft. Before we go any further, guys, just want to say again, this stream is powered by BetUS. If you guys are looking for a sports book this year, look no further than BetUS. Guys, I know the NFL season is pretty much almost ending. The Super Bowl is next weekend, but you still have chances to take advantage of that. You have lots of different options for the Super Bowl, even coin toss if you guys want to take advantage of that. You can do the NFL specials and awards. You can even do college football things too. You can even do things with the draft that are involved in there. And for football, it's not even just football. They got basketball, they got ice hockey, they got baseball, they got martial arts, any kind of sport that you guys want to take advantage of, they have it here. And also, they do have a casino option as well. So you guys can always take advantage of the casino when you guys are using BetUS. So be sure to check them out, guys. And of course, guys, don't forget to use the promo code YouTube150. Get a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit, and then a 125% sign-up bonus on your next 2 deposits. Just be sure to use that promo code. But of course, guys, always bet responsibly. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it'll be, let's see here. For Chris Hewitt. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious as to why the Ravens went in the direction that they did for him. I don't know if it I heard rumors that like players, like some of their players got complacent with him. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know why he got kicked out of the Ravens like that. I'm not 100% sure.
No, they've been really good for the majority of his career there. So it is kind of odd that they decided to move in a different direction. Hey, shout out to Chuck Pagano, man, getting back in the NFL. I thought he was done. I really did. But shout out to him getting back at the NFL level, and wish him well when it comes to that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of this dead part in the offseason. I mean, I'm glad we finally figured out who that DB coach was. And I think, like we said, it's probably the best option for the Colts given what they had. So happy about that for sure. But yeah, we'll have to see, man. I mean, the Colts, from what Ballard has said, at least from the coaching standpoint, I mean, they've backed it up so far. I mean, they hired an experienced guy. They changed their scheme in terms of the way they attack and kind of the philosophy. They've let Shane Steichen go out and get his guy, and they've hired some pretty quality coaches from what people have said. So, yeah, I'm good with that, man. I'm good with what they're doing, at least coaching staff wise. Again, we'll have to see if it translates to actually, adding some good players. I don't think they have a choice, Derek. They really don't at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Anyone familiar with the rumor of the Colts possibly trading for Hendrickson? I mean, that would be elite. That would be elite. I don't know how you'd be able to pull that off, but I mean, I would.
Oh, yeah.
I would 100% love to get Hendrickson. I mean, if you could trade Kwity Paye, a couple second rounders and maybe somebody else on the defense, go right ahead. Just on God, just go and go trade a couple guys. Just don't give up. Just don't give up Latu. And just keep Latu and get Hendrickson, and it's going to be insane.
That defense, the defensive line, they have a lot of solid players, but right now, Derek, they don't have that number one guy. So I know Hendrickson's a little bit older, but man, that would be a great deal there. I mean, he has thrived under Lou the last couple of years, man.
Yeah, he definitely has. And, it's been so weird because, nothing really stands out when it comes to Hendrickson other than the fact that his production just goes insane.
It does, man. It does. So
Trey's run defense is horrible.
Well,
I mean, a lot of, and it's funny too, because like not a lot of these pass rush specialists are really good at stopping the run. TJ Watt isn't. Miles Garrett is. Nick Bosa probably is. But you know, TJ Watt isn't, Trey Hendrickson isn't. You know, some guys are just really good at one thing, and another thing is just not that great.
And the Colts do, I feel like they do have a decent amount, at least at defensive end, some guys who can play the run. So I think they could definitely figure out ways to sub them in, because they do like, again, we'll have to see how it changes when it comes to Lou, but I feel like the Colts do have like these waves of guys they like to use. So yeah, I mean, I would love him just because when's the last time you've had a guy? I mean, Abukam's been the closest guy to get to 10 sacks, and he didn't even reach it. So when's the last time you've had a guy that could, you know, post over 10 sacks? It's been forever.
Let alone not just 10 sacks, but literally lead the NFL with 17 and a half, right? Like, I mean, there's a distinction. There's difference.
Absolutely. When's the last time they've had an elite pass rusher? It's crazy because, like, they had the two of the best of all time, and then they haven't had anyone come anywhere close to being even.
Yeah, we've been blessed with we've been blessed with the fact that we've had some really good defensive ends, especially when you and I were just first starting to become, you know, Colts fans too.
Yeah,
and then
the last decade's been rough for that position. That's for
yes,
sure.
It has. Ever since Robert Mathis left, yeah,
it's been rough. But man, I hope they do figure it out, because I would love to see them actually have an elite edge guy. It's been too long, way too long. But yeah, well, thank you everybody for being in here. Really do appreciate you. Like we said, go check out our Bring the Juice Reacts channel. Right now, let me check where we're at, Derek, on our Reacts channel, but I believe we are closing in on 2,100 subs. So if you guys would help us out there, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, our Pacers channel. If you're a Pacers fan, be sure to go check that out. We are approaching 1,000 subs on that one. So we would greatly appreciate you guys helping us out in both those ways. But yeah, anything last, Derek, that you have before we wrap this thing up?
No, just again, shout out to BetUS for powering today's stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate you guys. And we'll continue to give you guys more content once we have it. You know, it's kind of just one of those times where everything is speculative. We really don't have a whole lot going on. We still got almost a month and a half until free agency starts, which kind of stinks. But you know, we'll have the combine coming up here in less than a month, and you know, we'll be able to react to that and a couple other things. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we just gotta get through February, honestly. And March is when things start to pick up a little bit. So let me pull up those dates for the combine, just if people were curious on that. So when it comes to the the NFL combine, it is Thursday, February 27th is when we start the first set of drills here. So the end of February, we got to get through here, guys. But then they'll do defensive line, linebackers on Thursday, DBs and tight ends. So definitely want to tune in for that one on Friday. Saturday, quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Sunday is offensive line. So that's coming up, Derek, here at the end of this month. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of tough, man, the first couple months here, especially if the Colts don't make the playoffs like they haven't the last 4 years. It's tough just to sit here and have to talk about all this different stuff until we actually have some legitimate news here. But at least we could talk about some moves the Colts have made coaching staff-wise. But, man, I wish it was March already. I really do. I wish we could start talking about some of this stuff a little bit more. But, hey, that's what we got, man. So stuff is coming up. And thank goodness January is over, because it was the longest month ever.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you once again for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you guys. And as always, go Colts.